Hi, I'm Rorie Kelly, and I am a singer-songwriter. I just released an album called Shadow Work, and the first question people ask me is, what does shadow work mean? And I hope you're ready to get nerdy with me, because I'm going to tell you. So the shadow is the Jungian concept of all of the parts of ourselves that we put to the side as we get older, the things that we suppress, the things that we just don't feel like we can give voice to, that we don't feel safe talking about. That's the shadow. And shadow work is getting real brave and shining a light into that and just sifting through and seeing what we can learn, seeing if there are pieces of ourselves that we can reclaim, seeing if there are things that maybe now that we're older and wiser we can handle better. And that's kind of what I wanted to explore with the album, because that's what I was personally exploring. One of the things I like to do as a musician is make my own magic. My first single from the album is called Magic Comin', and it's about folk magic and tarot and witchy stuff, but it's also really about taking matters into your own hands and making your own magic. And the way I do that as a solo performer is I use a loop pedal, and my loop pedal lets me layer myself over myself. I beatbox, I do a little harmonizing with myself, and I, of course, play guitar and a little bit of piano. And so suddenly there becomes like a much more intricate thing than people are expecting from one girl with a guitar. I'll show you what I mean.
There's magic coming. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming.
I'm looping over myself.
There's magic coming. Oh,
what are you gonna do without me?
There's magic coming. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming.
I learned to beatbox this year.
There's magic.
I'm not amazing at it yet.
There's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. There's a magic coming. There's magic coming. Get ready for the rest of your life.
So I wanted to talk a little bit, if you'll continue to get nerdy with me, which is my favorite thing, about how folk magic is a tool of oppressed and marginalized people. If you don't have the power in your society because your skin is not the right color, or because you're a woman born into a patriarchal society, or your culture and belief system doesn't match the dominant culture and belief system, what are you going to do? How can you create change in your life when practical, direct methods aren't possible for you? And we see historically different folk magic traditions coming out of marginalized and oppressed communities. And I think it's fascinating that right at this minute, folk magic and witchcraft are having like a big moment. And it's also a time when we're struggling really hard to address things like structural inequality and racism and misogyny and rape culture, and a time when the gap between rich and poor feels bigger than ever. And people don't feel like we have a lot of control over our own lives through practical, direct means. And what's so exciting to me, as someone who I'm a total witchy human, I came out of the broom closet with this album. I'm so excited about folk magic because it makes us feel empowered at a time when our culture is making us feel very disempowered. And that is kind of the message I wanted to put forth with some of the music on this album. And I'm going to skip ahead and let you see the official music video for Magic Comin'.
And she lays her head tonight, and she knows it's still not time, and she dreams with the power of a phoenix in flames, and she
DIY
thinks that she begins
at my house.
to understand what she has inside.
Because
It's not a thing to disavow, it's not to fix, it's not to tame. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Where you gonna be tonight? Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. There's magic coming. Get ready for the rest of your life.
Thanks for listening. I hope that you continue to make your own magic as time goes by.